takeaways from the series last weekend? It's sort of a similar formula that you guys had the week before, the bounce-back game on Saturday night.
Yeah, I liked our guys for the better part of 5 periods. We came out and it was a pretty even game. It was a little sloppy through the first period on Friday. And then our guys found it. We started to make a few plays. We were able to tie the game and then lose a draw clean in overtime, which it's never fun to lose in 3-on-3 hockey. I think if that could have continued as 5-on-5, we were carrying momentum and still wound up getting a big point out of that night, and then that momentum carried over, we felt, into Saturday. And our guys played a really solid game. I felt like Kotai had a strong performance when needed. We defended quick, and then you saw us comfortable making plays coming up the rink, getting to the net, and Friesen gets us going. Then you see Joey Del Greco and Tyler Hennon score their third goals in 3 games, which is a good sign for our young guys to get rewarded and come to life a little bit in a tough weekend of CCHA hockey.
How do you evaluate the play just from the blue line just in general this season? You got some pieces you kind of added back in, I know, recently, and just collectively how you guys are defending.
I think we're defending hard, which is helping us keep pucks out of our net on most nights. Certainly helping on the penalty kill. We're trying to encourage our guys to make better plays as we want to stay connected, moving pucks up the rink. Not so many long passes, just move pucks to tight support. And we feel like our guys are moving in the right direction. Offensive zone, we've had moments of good. We've had moments we feel like we can be better. As we have teams trapped or maybe have more time to make a better decision. But overall, happy with that group and feel like we're headed in a good direction and excited for the addition of Ula Ruika, who's going to be a big part of that decor.
Yeah, what do you take away from you get the chance to do a couple CCHA series here, kind of know what the rigors of that are and the quality of teams and the type of teams you're going to be going against, but now you're going against an under 18 team that's pretty skillful. I mean, do you sense that there's going to be? Has that been a conversation at all?
It's a great series for us to be in. You think back to a year ago, the national team put on quite a show at the end of the season. It's a great teaching moment for our guys to understand every time you take the ice, whether they're college players or amateur players at the national team level, you have to be ready. This week is very much about us. We're going to have to be tight in our systems. We're going to have to manage the puck. And it's a fun team to play against because they try to make plays. Although they're young, they skate, they demand the puck. They're on the national team for a reason. They're confident with it. They're unintimidated. It'll be maybe a little different brand of hockey than we've played to this point, but certainly great for our guys to live through it, and excited to see what we have.
What was the reaction last year after you guys played that team? Was it something you guys didn't expect so much? Or?
It was. You realize just how good those guys are. They were at a point in the season when they were very much in sync. They were leading into the World Championships. That was the last weekend of our season with nothing to look forward to. So our guys came back Saturday last year with a much better performance. It was certainly humbling on Friday. They're really good players. A lot of them are going to be drafted. You're going to see a lot of them in the National Hockey League. But the better lesson in it is almost all of them you're going to see in college hockey before they get to that next level. So we'll be facing off against these guys and some darn good college players, future college players.
Yeah, year over year, last November was a little bit of a low for you guys, and this year, you guys were kind of holding the consistency a little bit. I know obviously you're not never content or anything. Talk to me about how that consistency has sort of progressed a little bit.
I think it's natural. Last year, our track and path to find out who we really were was in a different place than it is right now. We're more familiar. I've said that right from the start this year of what some expectations are and how we want to play. Our guys, and it's still the pursuit of consistency. That doesn't change. We've we've played a better brand of hockey. We've had some young guys elevate into some key roles, but there's still areas of our game, 10 games in, that need a lot of improvement. And we've played 2 series in the CCHA. I wish I could tell our guys it's going to get easier. It's not. It's so tough every night. The points are so important. And you're seeing around the league, the parity is just so tight. So we got to use this weekend against the national team to get better, maybe rest some guys, and then be ready to hop on a plane and get out to Ferris State the next week.
Yeah, can you sort of take me behind the scenes a little bit about how you do plan to manage the guys for this series? Because an exhibition that comes in the middle of the season is a little different than the exhibition at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I think with the exhibition, you're able to dress all your guys. At this point, 10 games in, typically this would have been an off week for us. We're now playing exhibition. I think we do need some work on some special teams. We haven't had many opportunities, especially through the power play. You have to give some guys a taste to stay fresh for the following week. But you also have some guys that have maybe played limited minutes that you'd like to see more and give a greater opportunity as we evaluate what we have within our roster. We've had some lines that have found a way to stick together, and we feel like they're moving in the right direction. We have some lines that are still in question, and we need some guys to step up, and we'll use this weekend as an evaluation to see what might give us the best chance to win next week.